Bro, this is what it do, man. We are back with another video. Indeed, we got a tactics video now. I've been checking a lot on the internet in terms of tactics. Like, I feel like a lot of people are doing the same thing, and I feel I am one of them, to be honest. But with the 4-3-3-4, I feel like not a lot of people are using this type of formation, and I feel like now with the increased like stat cards, you can literally use any formation that runs as long as you obviously have it within means. So you don't want your players out of position too much, but I feel like the 4-3-3 is very offensive to the point where it's like fun, free flowing. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna showcase the best way to play this formation, and if you just want like to not really play too ratty and kind of just free flowing, then yeah, let's get into it. I know you're thinking to yourself, how can I improve my FC25 experience? Look no further. MONOEXP has the best, cheapest coins on the website. Best price, best guarantee. Use the code META for 8% off, bro. You can get literally any card. Go check them out right now. I will also do a top 3 best formation tactics video in the future. Obviously, I kind of missed it. I wanted to do it on Friday because that's when people play champs. It is obviously, I think people still do play champs in the start of the week because, maybe they were busy the weekend, and at least you can play till, I think it's Wednesday morning, 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously my time. Nonetheless though, if you actually check, we're gonna jump over to team management, and it's pretty much a similar tactic video from the last time that I done the 4-3-3-4. I think I just changed a few things, like the fullbacks being on defend, because it's such an attacking formation that you at least need to have all 4 like defenders intact, if that makes sense. So yeah, short passing as well is a new thing that I always added I think a few months ago. What I like about short passing is when there's a compact formation like a 4-1-2/2 or a 4-2-3-1, even with the 4-3-3-4, then the short passing allows for players to move in positions where it's like very compact, close, knitted, you could say, like box-to-box vibes, you could say. How can I explain? Just very nice tiki-taka movement, which I like with the short passing techniques, especially if you know how to use it. So holding L1, holding LB on obviously Xbox, and passing, kind of triggering the runs, then it's going to be done really well. You just have to know when to do it so you don't have players out of position, if that makes sense. So yeah, defensive approach is high 70. A lot of people play that right now. Why be at a disadvantage if you don't really need to be changing it too much? I feel like high 70 line height a lot of people are using. So I think for me as well, it's a perfect balance of not too attacking and not too stagnant. So let's jump into the actual roles. By the way, I do play a game with the team within these videos, and the code will be in the pinned comments. So yeah, goalkeeper defend for the goalkeeper. Now I've played around multiple times, and I always say, man, like, I feel like with the goalkeepers, completely up to you. That's probably the most personal one to your like recollection, like in terms of changing it up. So I feel like goalkeeper defend for me is nice with Vanja because yeah, he's tall, and then I move him out myself. But I think a lot of people though with tall goalkeepers, they like to go balanced, because when they rush out, let's just say it's very difficult for the opponent to actually like chip the goalkeeper, run past him, because he's so tall, to the point that like they don't have that much time. So yeah, that's very nice. We got obviously 2 center backs being defend. The fullbacks defended fullback. Now if you have, what I noticed on balance, right, you're going to have a little bit of a clash between your LCM, RCM, and then your fullbacks. And then you will also check there's going to be gaps. So you want to have, especially in attacking formation like a 4-3-3-4, you want to have at least your fullbacks intact and defending, So overall, I feel like a good balance of a tall and small fullback is always a decent shout. What I've noticed though, a lot of people are saying that the taller goalkeepers, the taller fullbacks are better because, they beat the players in the air. They, especially if with the new cards, like someone like Immobile, for instance, very good card, man, insane when it comes to defending, kind of doing everything, So a jack of all trades, man, would be ideal in the fullback spot. But I feel like also having a nice balance of a small, someone that can kind of push up a little bit, So you could low-key have one on balanced and one on defend if you know how to maneuver your players and not kind of have them out of position. It's not a bad shout. So you have like a small fullback with the tall fullback is ideal. Trust me, it works nice. 2 CMs though, kind of a similar setup as well from the fullbacks, is you have a tall CM and then a small CM, because what this allows is someone like a Ruud Gullit to defend, have that physicality, being that dominant player, and then someone like a Cafu that's small, very maneuverable, transferable, someone that can kind of attack as well as defend, kind of jack of all trades, master of none. Cafu, for instance, man, he does everything, so box to box for him is ideal. Getting someone like, I'm trying to think of certain characters that can play this role. Like Alexa Putellas, for instance, is nice. The thing is, she doesn't have that much defense. So you can obviously check in the actual Futbin or Futwers or Fut.gg, what are the best players. But for instance, I'm trying to find a good player that does everything. What you can also do is kind of look at the in-game stats to see where they're getting placed. Like anything above 2,700 is ideal. For instance, Turam, a little bit low on the spectrum of like in-game stats, especially for this time. But he's a good card, man. He's got Bruiser, Anticipate, but I feel like he's more of that CDM quality player. So you want to find someone that just does everything. For me, I feel like Cafu is literally one of the best, man. There's obviously better though. You got Fody, that's not bad as well. I think Abili is a nice one as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to give you like examples of which ones you can actually place. But yeah, as I said, man, having someone that can be tall and then someone that's smaller is always ideal because it's just a nice balance, man. In life, you gotta have the balance. So yeah, Gakpo for me is that player right now. Definitely going to upgrade him. I haven't played the game that much, only to the point where I had obviously to test out this formation. So I haven't really played champs that much. I've played rivals as well, higher divisions. Yeah, Ribery is the cam shadow striker attack. In my opinion, this is the best one because it allows for basically a second striker, you could say. Someone that can also like lay off the ball if they need to. They kind of act like a false nine, you know, type vibe. And most of the time they're in the attack, they never come back. So I like Frank Ribery there because sometimes if I want him to be left, he's there. Or right, he can Trivela, finesse. Yeah, we've got now two wingers, which a lot of people do inside forward for both. I felt like if you want to alleviate some pressure, have someone like Michael Owen, for instance, that has winger plus plus. I feel like a lot of wingers now do have that. So they alleviate pressure when they are on the winger because it allows for width. So let's say if someone's pressing you, you can like kick it out like wide, as well as also like cut from the sides, cut inside. You know, it's not a bad shout right there at all. And also low-key Trivela, man. If you have a Trivela plus on a winger, decent. But yeah, and then you also have your inside forward, which kind of acts as a ram, cam, all of the good stuff, RF, etc. So someone like a Rafinha cutting in inside and stuff, and also playing that inside forward balance role. I choose balance because I feel like if they're roaming and attack, it doesn't allow for the short passing to be used effectively, in my opinion. So someone like Rafinha with the balanced is working very nicely. And yeah, inside forward is always the best one. Both can be inside forward balanced, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people do that, but for me, I felt like with this formation as well, you know, if you want to like switch the ball, you can have that winger on the side, if that makes sense. And obviously the striker is going to have advanced forward. It's always a good thing. A lot of people do that and they utilize it, and you want them to be just centrally in that location to always bag the goals. So attack is the focus for him. Let's jump in the game. I'll showcase this formation. Very first team right there for the video. And my dog has Mbappe and Dembele. By the way, tell me in the comments, man, who would have thought Chelsea would have won that game, bro? That is insane with the Club World Cup, man. Fair enough. To cold Palmer right there. Yeah, that man is too funny, especially when I was watching him react to Donald Trump kind of like giving out the award. It was so funny, bro. Very nice press right there from Ribery. So sometimes he does come back, but not all the time. So yeah, you want to make use of that 1-2 LB passes. You know, I always say it, man. I know a lot of people that watch the videos. If you've been watching it, I've been like such a huge advocate for short passing technique because it just allows for like great movement, man. I mean, did you see how quick Rafinha was there to like kind of just run and get that in behind because I've triggered the run? Beautiful run right there from Rafinha, obviously with the LB technique. We're gonna cut in, we're gonna hold back one and then driven. You know what? That's a very unfortunate from that guy, but hey, at the end of the day, man, you gotta pounce. Hey, yo! Oh, beautiful stuff from Rafinha. Yeah, do you see what the advanced forward does as well? Kind of acts like a right striker, cutting in not so much as Owen, because Owen is obviously the winger. So you see, you got to use the roles effectively, man. Beautiful stuff from Owen, and gets his goal with the Trivela, kind of. That was like a toe poke, bro, but very nicely done. And yeah, you could definitely see he was a little bit out wide. I had to bring him in. But yeah, man, advanced forward for the striker for Ronaldo as well. Works beautifully with all these wingers, man. Very nice. As I said, this might be done. I won't lie, bro. 4 goals in 18 minutes is insane. That might be the Dunzos, bro. I don't need to be showcasing any other thing, you know, other than scoring goals. Shout out to that guy, though. 4-0. A very nice formation. Tell me in the comments if you're going to use it, man. It is a very attacking formation. So I'd say if you don't know how to defend effectively, so like you bring your players out of position and stuff, kind of lower the line height and then utilize this formation. It's very nice. It's free flowing. I like this type of like vibe. It's kind of like using the 4-1-2-2/2. That's been my all-time favorite formation because of how like quick tiki-taka and like close compact it is. Yeah, I will catch you boys in the next one. Tell me what you're running right now, and I will do that top 3 meta players, meta formations very soon. So I'll catch you boys in the next one, man. Peace.